everybody, it's Cecilia from Jill B Delivers. I hope everybody's doing great, enjoying some nice weather. And today we are going to make a crostata, which is amazing. It's sort of a free-form pie or free-form tart, you can think of it that way. And we are going to be using two really delicious ingredients. First are strawberries. Right now it's perfect strawberry season. Everything is just coming out sweet. And rhubarb. You guys might have seen this in the grocery store. It kind of looks like a red stalk of celery. And it's a spring vegetable that is really tangy and sour and has a great acidity to it, and it marries beautifully with strawberries. And it's one of those things when two things grow and ripen at the same time, sometimes they just really pair well together. So we're going to make a strawberry rhubarb crostata today. And I'm starting with a pie dough. It's the same recipe I made you a couple of weeks ago for the hand pie. I'm just using half of it. So if you're using a store-bought pie crust, you probably only need one half of it because you're not going to make a top to it. And then we are going to chop up our rhubarb, and our rhubarb is going to be chopped into about 1/2-inch slices. And then we're going to take 3 cups of that, and we're going to have 2 cups of sliced strawberries, a little bit of lemon zest, a little bit of sugar, 2/3 of a cup of sugar, and 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch, and that's it. So now we have our rhubarb, which I've sliced into about 1/2-inch slices, and our strawberries, which I've quartered. Then I'm just going to take a lemon, and I'm going to zest the lemon to get just a little bit of lemon zest in there for some of that extra flavor. Our lemon zest, 1 lemon is in. I'm going to go ahead and add 2/3 of a cup sugar. I'm using a turbinado sugar that has a little bit of more of a molassesy flavor because I think it goes really well with the rhubarb. And then I'm just going to put my cornstarch in that. Then I'm going to mix it up, and it'll be ready to fill our crostata. So I'm just, I have a pretty heavily floured board, and I'm just rolling out my pie dough. And I want it to be a pretty large circle, probably about 1/8 of an inch thick. So now I've taken my pie crust, which is all rolled out. You'll notice that the edges are super rough. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to go ahead and take my filling and fill it, leaving about a 3-inch diameter around the outside. So I'm just going to start by putting my filling right in the center there. So I've gone ahead and filled my the beginnings of my crostata. I had taken the pastry and I actually put it on a piece of parchment before I filled it, so it's easier to move on a baking sheet. And now I'm just going to very free form pull up all the pastry, and it'll fold in a couple places, and that's just fine. And kind of make a little package just like that. So I've preheated my oven to 375 degrees, and to finish this, I'm going to brush it with a little bit of melted butter and sprinkle it with granulated sugar. So our crostata has been in the oven about 50 to 60 minutes. I've pulled it when it has this nice golden brown around the edges, and we're going to let it rest at least an hour before we serve it. Enjoy!